What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing today? Welcome in, guys. How's it going, people? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I know I'm having a great day because I'm here playing a game that I really had some problems with at first. Mainly due to the black bars on cutscenes. But now it is much better. I mean, I just have gotten used to it, basically. So anyways, yeah, we're going to do a little live stream here. We're going to have some fun. Piracy free, no theft. The game has been fully bought and paid for, so yeah, we don't have to worry about anything illicit or any funny business or anything of that nature over here on this channel. Yeah, so let me know if there's any issues with the audio. I want to make sure that it's sounding good. But yeah, I'm on my second playthrough here. I'm just gonna pull up this stream here on my phone so I can interact with the people. All right, looks like we're good. Alright, Star Wars, not a media franchise that I really was ever too crazy about, but there are some video games that I do like, and this is one of them. Probably my favorite Star Wars game to date, with the exception of maybe KOTOR back in the day, but that does not hold up well at all. So, yeah, Respawn has done a great job with this. I really hated the cutscenes at first, and it totally killed the experience because of the black bars.
Jedi. The Force teaches us that what our eyes see and our hands touch is not always the truth of the world. The world bends to the will of the Force. As such, it may also bend to you.
Alright. But I don't know, I just kind of got used to them. One thing I will say is that the performance mode, which is what I'm playing on, and this is on Xbox, by the way, it was way better in the first game. I know it's 1440p, but the first game's performance mode, I think, was also that resolution, and it was way less blurry. Everything is just so smudgy. And then there's dips in the frame rate on top of that. There's times where performance mode runs like graphics mode. But it is a much bigger game. It is a huge game, so I can understand that it would have been more difficult to optimize. Everything is fully rendered, and there's a lot of detail. And then the cutscenes are over the top. And the motion captures, there's a lot of cutscenes. So it's a lot to manage, and they really, they just had so much ambition. This is a very, very ambitious game. They didn't let anything hold them back, technical limitations or anything of that nature. Yo, Vision, what's up, man? How many hours into this game am I? I'd like to know that myself. This game does not tell you anywhere. I don't know how they overlooked that. The story is probably about 20 hours. I don't know. I might be 30. It's a big game. It's a long game, even with just the story. I would definitely like to know how many hours I have put into this game.
Careful.
I haven't trained like this since I was a Padawan.
But it's long, it's a huge game. Especially for a single-player game that's like story-driven. Trials. The tasks within the Jedi chambers presented trying, painful challenges, the likes of which many Jedi hadn't experienced since their struggles as learners. You have yet to get this game. To me, it's the best game of the year so far. Which no game until just recently has stood out as really great. I didn't feel like any game this year, and there's been a lot of them, a lot of variety this year, but so far nothing has stood out as really great except now for this. Like, it's funny how you change your mind like that. Fallen Order is much more stable. It's just so much cleaner visually.
A little more. Ugh. You must be strong for the task ahead.
Alright, so Jedi are in this meditation chamber training. Fallen Order textures are loaded in on time. The frame rate was perfectly stable. And just the lighting was better. And they didn't have that smudgy, messy, blurry look that this has. Even on performance mode, even though it may have the same resolution as this, that first game just is so much cleaner, but it is a lot smaller and more limited. And then the story is not great, so I don't like Fallen Order. It's not a great game to me. It's okay. It's just much technically, from a technical standpoint, Fallen Order is just much cleaner and more solid. But this is a much better game. And now it's really growing on me. Yeah, I didn't like the first one. A sequel can be better. Like, not all games in a franchise are created equal. Like, sequels can be better than the original, and usually are. There's a lot of games where the original is not great, and the sequel is. Whoa. I'm dead. So we have a timing puzzle here. I'm going to bump up this difficulty just slightly. I don't know if I would quite say, like, it's Game of the Year contender. I might. I probably would. It's just, if it wasn't quite so messy visually and just, if it just had that technical, like, solidity that the first game has, and just was cleaner and ran better, maybe then. But I wouldn't mind this being a Game of the Year contender at all. I'd probably have it as one. I'd probably choose this as one of my 6. Come on, Cal. Right now, I would be okay putting this as one of the 6. Yeah, I'd say it is a Game of the Year contender for me. Didn't I not like the puzzles in the first? No, I didn't like the puzzles in the first, and these are much better. I very rarely have had to look stuff up in this game, and the environments are much better, and there's the navigation assist, which It's not on right now in this area, but it tells you like the next area you need to get to the main objective. So that's a very welcome addition. The environments are way more natural. They're way bigger. It's just way better.
Keep going.
The puzzles are more logical. The puzzles are funner. Everything is way better in this game. Like, sequels can be better. Sequels can definitely be better than the previous game. I'll have to read these over later. I can't focus on reading in the middle of a live stream. And usually sequels are better than the original because they build upon the established technology and framework. I think I might have looked up something like one time in this game, one or two, but I could have easily not. And then you have BD that gives you hints if you press the bottom D-pad. If you're on a puzzle, like they did a lot to make it a better experience. All right, we've got to get across this gap. I didn't see that there. Oh. How did he slip off? Like he grabbed it and then just fell off. He doesn't want to hold it. And then there are extra abilities that you unlock later in the story that let you get to like more areas. The environments are just amazing. They're just so natural. They're large, and it doesn't feel like it's this limited, like boxed in kind of square feeling that you get in a lot of video game environments. Like each location stands out, is memorable, a lot of detail in the backgrounds to kind of orient yourself, and they're just fun to explore. You never feel like you're stuck, and in the first game that was like the whole game. You're always stuck on something. Alright, we're gonna need, I think I know what we need to do. But I do like the presentation of Cal Kestis in the first game better. His performance capture is better. His face just is more natural and has more expression. Here is this kind of robotic. The first game is just so human in the presentation of the characters. So much more lifelike, but it's not a deal breaker because you do get so much more content in this game. And then one of the characters, I won't spoil it for you, but they changed that person's outfit, which just doesn't really fit very well, and in the previous game it was way better, so that kind of bothered me, but not a deal breaker. Like, Respawn really gave it their all, and it's too bad with the performance issues, but I think it's just there's so much ambition in this game. Like they didn't let technical limitations hold them back, even though it is a little rough around the edges. They went ahead and achieved their vision. The character design in this one is better. It's just the faces don't move as naturally. Everything is just smudgy and just kind of sloppy. The puzzles in the first game were easier once you understood them. Yeah, all I know is I'm having no problems figuring this game out, even though it's way bigger, and I had a lot of problems figuring out the first game, even though it's way smaller. So
good, Neko.
alright, so we went into that meditation chamber and we got a skill point. Meditation chambers are fun. Yeah, this Kobo is a huge environment, but there's several environments in this game, and they're all quite large. What I was trying to do is there was a couple areas that I couldn't get to, and now that I have a Neko, I think it's called, or a Neku, these birds, they can walk up slippery slopes, and it's cool how you gradually gain access to more areas as you gain abilities throughout the story. Let's see right now, and you may not be able to tell because Xbox only streams at 30 frames per second, but like the performance right now is basically like what you'd expect on graphics mode, and I'm on performance mode.
Can I get a spin, buddy?
Man, these birds are savage.
BD, got something to help me?
This game definitely gets very challenging on higher difficulties. But Cal is still cool. This shit is beautiful. It definitely is. This is the definition of AAA game. You compare this to games on hybrid handheld consoles, games that break a bunch of records and get huge sales and high reviews, and yet, like how? When you have a game like this. Yes, the draw distances, all the detail, and like a lot of the locations you see in the distance, like you can go to virtually all of them. Like that is coming up later in the game, and then so is that area. A lot of areas, and then the that thing over there. There's part of the story takes place there. Yeah, draw distances and everything is fully rendered. The clouds, and there's a lot of detail. Like, it's really amazing. Respawn had a vision and a dream, and they didn't allow themselves to be held back by technical limitations. But I'll put it on graphics mode for a second. So everything is cleaned up a lot more, and I can kind of tolerate graphics mode in this game. Like 30 frames per second does kind of suck, but it does depend on the game as well. It's just on Kobo, where it's really demanding, the frame rate is still going up and down, and it's pretty bad.
Easy, Neko.
Positive. Requesting maintenance.
My troops will beat you.
Damn.
Help! Stim!
Is this what we
See,
do?
the Imperials are fighting this local militia called the Bedlam Raiders. Man, yo, Kyle is such a beast. I have a Series X and a PS5, yeah. How did Hard 8 rate this game? I'm about a month behind on AGS. Yeah, I've kind of fallen out on AGS because I'm not into Piracy and Thieves. But he's still... He was playing the first game when this came out, and he didn't want to play this because I guess the performance wasn't good enough. A new pommel, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give AGS a little break. It's just getting kind of dramatic. Everybody disagrees with everything I say. I can't, and then I tried to post a video, and someone in the comments said, like, why are you playing this game instead of Tears of the Kingdom?
I need to focus.
And then even on social medias, it seems like none of my opinions are, I don't know, people just, everyone just like disagrees. I don't know. I'm going to give it a break. He might have beaten this game by now. Dancing Blades, finally. Oh, that's a cool move.
Come on, buddy. Wonder what this is, buddy.
I don't think we need to interact with this area just yet. Alright, let's see where we can fast travel to. I want to get back to that location that I couldn't reach before. I think it's this. Yeah, we're gonna head back here. We're gonna go back to the main story. A lot of people didn't like Forspoken. Yeah, the story is trash. Forspoken has a lot going for it, but the open world is just bland. There's nothing really happening. There's no reason to explore the game. And that story and the acting, really, really bad. You like a black female protagonist with some sass. Yeah, she has that. I was looking up a little bit of Final Fantasy 16. I don't like to look up too much of games before they release. Like after I see the game, or even without seeing gameplay, usually I know whether I'm going to buy the game or not, and then beyond that, it's just like spoilers, and I just don't really need to see any more. But I did look up a few seconds of gameplay, and yeah, that game is just going to be absurd.
That's it.
Compare that to any game on Nintendo, and there's zero comparison. Like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom can compare to any of these other AAA games.
Got a mean look to you.
I do?
Yeah, like you're not afraid of nothing. Maybe you can find out what all this fuss is about. There's a shack nestled way out near the caverns. Folks call it Key's Workshop.
What's in the workshop?
Misery. And maybe treasure, or so I hear. If you're in the area, could be worth a visit.
Alright, so we have a rumor, investigate a shack. One of the Kobu, let's see, Key's Workshop, an old shack up by the mountains that caused its owner misery. They believe, however, that there could be some good finds there too. All right, we're gonna check it out. We'll just need to get past here and through there. All right, we'll check this. We'll check out these rumors. Yeah, compare any of these other real AAA games to anything Nintendo makes, and it's hard to see why their games, like you would never guess that any of those games have the sales and reviews that they do. Like Nintendo is rated on a completely different set of standards. But their players do buy the games. Like everything they make sells very well. I think it's because Nintendo is like a special closed-off system, and the whole point is to just buy all the newest games. Whereas on PlayStation, for example, it's more disparate. Where some people are on free-to-play, some people are on Battle Royale, some people are on Call of Duty. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 looks more than fire. It looks atomic, volcanic.
Hi there.
It just looks like absolute absurdity.
Don't mind the beast. She don't like
More than just plain old fire.
Neither. You be careful.
I'll try. Thanks.
Salted blisters, what an almighty racket! Have your belts for feet? What's your name, lad? If I'm to hold a grudge, best to know the name.
I'm Cal. This is BD1.
My bantam old mum dubbed me Scuba Stev. Scuba the Fisher, am I?
You know, there's a fish tank down in Pyloon Saloon that could use some attention.
Pylon Saloon? That'll ever infested watering hole down in your valley.
All right. Did I ask?
Ah, fine, twist my arm. I'll do it. Meet me at the saloon and we'll appraise this so-called tank.
Alright, so we got the fisherman.
Ah, Ken, you couldn't stay away. You didn't forsake the sea spray once it's missed in your gums.
I guess not.
You're a regular fisher, lad. And, lucky for you, we're perched just above the lair of the sea fish.
Sea fish, huh?
That's right. An impossible catch. No fisher in the right mind would pursue such a quarrelsome foe. No fisher, but Scuba Stev.
Whoa. So some great fish. New fish discovered. Scuba Stev. Let's see what we got here. The sea fish may not be the rarest of all fish, but it is nevertheless a tricky creature to catch on account of its agility. Found most often at higher elevations, the sea fish has learned to flit and dodge through the water to make it harder for airborne predators to gain purchase. Scuba Stev, yeah, I like this guy. A master fisherman obsessed with his craft, Scuba Stev is a fount of wisdom, knowledge, and encouragement as long as the topic is fishing. And I like the data bank. Hundreds of entries about this game specifically and Star Wars in general. Just a lot of lore and good information, well presented. For a cinematic single-player game, this really is very impressive how big the game is and just how much content there is. If only it didn't have such a bad reputation due to the launch.
Careful. There's nothing to worry. Whoa! I got you, Shanna. Thanks.
If only performance mode just wasn't so blurry, but oh well. That's just the game we have. You played the Mega Man collection as a kid. Yeah, see, Nintendo's a special, like, just different platform. You want to play old games, or, like, nothing on Nintendo makes me say, I've got to play that. Whereas other AAA games, absolutely.
Let's see what's up ahead, buddy.
I've yet to see a Nintendo game where I say, like, oh man, I gotta play that. I need to play that game. Even their best attempt to make a AAA game in Zelda. Zelda seems cool, but... Man, that's such a cool attack. It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of story going on with Zelda, though. That's what turns me away. Even the people who really support it say that it's more about the exploration and puzzles. Doesn't seem like a bad game.
Hey, this is a good find.
As far as the gameplay, it's probably pretty fun because, like, I played Genshin, and Genshin and Breath of the Wild are very similar looking. Probably play very similar. But Genshin has a story, and it has voicing and cutscenes. What I don't like is that the level, you have to level up to unlock the next story mission, and that's a very miserable process in that game. A highlight, though, of the game is the other characters you can play. They have their own stories, and they're pretty good. But you have to pay money for them. I mean, it's a free-to-play game. That's just how it's set up. And Zelda doesn't have any of that, but it also doesn't seem like it has a story. And then without any really mature, content, and just kind of, I don't know, anime graphics, I'm not sure if there would be a lot to keep me interested for very long. Now, Elden Ring doesn't have that strong of a story, but just look at the game, look at the weapons. Just look at just look at it. Use your eyes. Like, there's no comparison between that and anything on Nintendo.
You're pathetic. Cheater, no touching.
And then you think about Final Fantasy XIV, which that is the weaker point. Is probably the gameplay. It's not turn-based, but it's also not fully action. But the story is really amazing. I gotta have at least 2 out of 3 between gameplay, graphics, and story. I need at least 2 to get me into it.
Hello? Who's there? Oh, a newcomer. Who are you?
I'm Cal. This is BD1.
Are you here to rescue us?
We were just exploring. How long you been here?
We have been trapped down here for at least a standard cycle. Maybe more.
We?
Ah, yes. It is just me. And has been for some time. But you have cleared the way. Are the raiders gone then?
We took care of them. Maybe you should leave before more come.
Yes, I will return to the outpost at Rambler's Reach. We had a domicile there. I hope to see you again.
Alright. T1N8. I do like how you find these characters throughout the world, and they come back to the saloon. More affectionately known simply as Tina, was once the protocol droid to a family who toiled in the caverns beneath Prospector's Folly. After their untimely demise, Tina was abandoned and trapped beneath their now devastated home, until rogue Jedi Knight stumbled upon her, and in so doing delivered her freedom at long last. Kirby looks good. I think I'm good on Kirby.
I barred the passage. I'm sorry.
Farewell.
The smell down here is potent.
Funky Caverns. Funky Caverns, huh? Interesting place.
My son.
I will be right back. All right.
Get after him.
Droids. The raiders have rigged this place.
What in the world are these things?
Don't think I'll be able to move it.
Yeah, we don't have the ability to do that yet. I'll definitely have to come back when I get more abilities. Jesus.
What is that? Acid? Let's keep her distance. I guess the lift doesn't work from here. Need to pick me up. Feeling much better. Thanks.
Hopefully they'll release... Who's this guy? Is this an enemy?
That's the money. My oh my, this is fun.
That dude was not paying attention. I don't know how they just showed up here. They weren't here a minute ago. Let's test out this lightsaber ability. Oh, that's super cool. Very cool.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Star Wars games have been doing pretty well lately. All the Star Wars games they've been releasing have all been at least commendable. Star Wars video games have been doing well. Battlefront 2 is also good. Not really my style in the long run. I had fun with it for a while. It's pretty difficult, more than you would expect. A lot of people say it's casual, but you have to really be on top of your game in order to succeed in that game. Because if you're not at the top of the scoreboard, if you're not one of the players leading the game in battle points, then you're going to get bullied around by the people who are, like all the heroes and everything. And then when you do have a hero, you need to be able to capitalize on it correctly.
Got a scan? Let's check it out.
Battlefront 2 is very cool, though. The music is good. I wish the music in this game was up there with Battlefront 2. Like, it's okay in this. Could be better. The first game's music was better. So I guess I haven't found everything there is to find. Not sure what I need to do to get through that. It could be something that I don't have access to yet, but I think it's just melted shut. It's here, we're below it. I wonder if it's these acid things, but the lift won't activate from here. And I don't think we can really take these up there. Yeah, it's gotta have something to do with this. We probably can't get to it just yet. Alright, let's go back. Man, I just can't get over how much content there is. The detail, the environments, everything is seamless. Maybe it needs a little bit of optimization, but man, the ambition is just amazing. We'll finish up this rumor next time we come back to this area. Alright, where do I go next? Because okay, so that flying thing went there. I guess it's this way. I would like to get up there, but we can't do it yet. I'm just glad you have double jump from the beginning of the game. You don't have to go. You don't have to get through 2/3 of the game to get double jump. Maybe up here. I think we need one of these Nekos. Because I saw one in there. Okay, I can't call it, but we can, I think I can just get on it.
Mount up.
Alright, let's see. We'll get back to the story in just a second. Here we go.
Come here, BD1.
Alright, so we have... Okay, so I think we now can unlock that thing. Alright, I think I got it.
Toss me a stim, bud. Thanks, BD. Moving out.
I think I got it. Maybe if we get to the roof first, I think is what we might need to do. There we go. Alright. Barely, but it's open.
Another stem. Here you go.
Alright. Max stims increased. And it looks like that concludes the rumor. I guess that's what we were here for. That was well worth a little excursion. We got the fish guy, and we got the that shop guy. Which I didn't really explore that water area very well. I'll come back to that later.
Stay safe, you hear?
Fast, you barmy! No, Pods. 'Tis only Carl. Forgive the short greeting, lad. I'm always on edge when fishing for the finger-lipped garpon.
What a name.
And fierce as they come. But that doesn't deter the poachers. The poor garpon, despite its rarity, is a delicacy for the black of heart and the rumbly of belly. In we go!
So this guy's just gonna keep on looking for that special fish. Fingerlip garpon.
Did you see that beauty? 2 plump fins, a fine complement of glands, a scrumptious varicose tongue.
Fishing on an empty stomach, Scuba?
Hey, I can't succumb to the passions of the stomach. The garpon must live. I'd better get me mind off it. Spin your tail. So, you wish to prick up your ears and receive the tale of Scuba?
If you're sharing stories, we'll listen.
And you be a fool, my lad. A sordid tale will bring you nothing but grief and woe.
Okay, well, if you're not sharing stories, we'll...
Oh, fine, I'll tell you. At your own insistence, and at your own peril. My story begins in a small village on the frozen banks of Sankavi Tar. My home world. Nights black as quillfish in it. Winters so cold, a stern look can turn you to glass.
Doesn't sound like the easiest place to grow up.
Difficult, aye. From the moment your mother's milk froze on your tongue to the moment you foundered upon frozen streets. You see, the fishes, they had the right of it. They dwelt far below the ice, where warm currents danced like ribbons in the wind. To fish so scarce a quarry, on account of the great fish famine, well, it's near a mild undertaking. But for all the bellyaching now, there's a peaceful enough life for a wee Sakavian with an instinct for the rod.
So you discovered your talent early.
Such a talent was I, that as a lad, me hardly spotted my first prickly chin hair. I was given an audience with Undan. But that'd be a tale for another time.
Alright, well, we'll listen to that next time. And I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this live stream here for now. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you want to see more. Great game. Definitely check it out. And I don't think you're going to be disappointed. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Take care, and I'm gone.